Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself. Has one specific person been crossing your mind lately without you trying to think about them? Not because you're lonely, not because you're replaying memories, not because you're scrolling through old messages. They just appear. And what's interesting is this. Most people never say when someone is on their mind. They don't announce it. They don't confess it. Sometimes they don't even realize it themselves. But here's what most people don't understand. The human mind doesn't stay quiet. When someone thinks about you often, deeply, emotionally, it shows. Not through words, through behavior, subtle behavior, the kind you feel more than you see. Today, I want to walk you through 5 subtle signs that someone may be thinking deeply about you, even if they never say a word. And as you listen, pay attention to what happens inside you. If one specific person quietly comes to mind, this video is already about you. Sign number 1. The energy shifts when you walk in. The first sign isn't something you hear. It's something you feel. The energy changes when you enter the room. Not excitement, not nervousness, not obvious body language. It's subtler than that. There's a sudden shift in awareness, like their attention snaps into place the moment you arrive, almost as if their mind was already tuned to you before you even showed up. You might notice they become quieter or more focused, or suddenly more present. Psychologically speaking, this happens when someone's attention has already been spending time on you internally. When the real version of you appears, the brain recognizes it immediately. Think about it this way. When someone is already thinking about you, your presence doesn't interrupt them. It completes the thought. I'd ask yourself, have you ever felt someone notice you before they actually looked at you? That's often the first quiet clue. Sign number 2. They remember small details you forgot you shared. The second sign shows up in memory. They remember small details about you, things you barely remember mentioning, a comment you made in passing, something you said weeks ago, a preference, a fear, a story you told casually. And when they bring it up, you're surprised they even noticed. This isn't coincidence. When someone thinks about you often, their brain treats information about you differently. It doesn't filter it out the way it does with people they feel neutral about. Your words don't disappear. They get stored. Memory is emotional. We remember what matters. So when someone consistently recalls details about you, especially ones that don't benefit them, it's usually because you occupy mental space long after the conversation ends. Now, let me ask you this. Who are the people you remember small details about exactly? Sign number 3. The perfect timing. Messages. The third sign often feels like coincidence, but rarely is. They reach out at strangely perfect moments, right when you were thinking about them, right when you needed to hear from someone, right when something important happened in your life. At first, you might brush it off, but when it happens more than once, it starts to feel intentional. Here's the truth. Most people don't say out loud. People don't message at the right moment by accident. When someone is already thinking about you, you're closer to the surface of their mind. It takes less for a thought to turn into action. Thoughts don't just disappear. They look for a way out. Sometimes that outlet is a message that arrives at exactly the moment it matters. And no, this isn't magic. It's human psychology. Sign number 4. Subtle mirroring. You don't notice at first. The 4th sign happens quietly. They begin to mirror you. your gestures, your tone, your pace of speaking. Not in an obvious way, not in a way that feels forced, just small moments of synchronization. This happens when someone feels mentally and emotionally aligned with you. The brain unconsciously copies people it pays close attention to. And here's the key point. We don't mirror people we're indifferent to. Mirroring requires attention. Attention requires interest. Interest requires thought. If someone naturally falls into your rhythm, it's often because you've already been in their mind long before that moment. Intent doesn't matter as much as attention. Sign number 5. They read your mood before anyone else. The 5th sign is one of the clearest. They notice your mood before others do. They pick up on small changes in your energy, your tone, your silence, sometimes before you even say anything. That's because their attention was already on you. When someone thinks about you often, they become attuned to your emotional baseline. Even subtle shifts stand out. It's not mind reading. It's familiarity built through focus. They're not reacting late. They were already paying attention. And sustained attention is rarely accidental. The deeper truth. Here's something important to understand. This doesn't automatically mean love or destiny, or that you should act on it. It means connection. Mental connection leaves traces. Emotional focus shows up in behavior, and sometimes the strongest signals are the ones never spoken out loud. If one specific person kept coming to mind while you listen to this, pause for a moment. Not to overthink it, not to jump to conclusions, just to acknowledge what you felt, because intuition isn't fantasy. It's your mind recognizing patterns before logic catches up. If this resonated with you, trust that reaction. If one specific person came to mind while you were listening, that's not random. Comment, "I felt this," if it hit close to home. Share this with someone who might feel the same but hasn't found the words yet. Oh, and remember, sometimes what's unspoken is the most real.